Very good morning, people, and hello and welcome to another vlog episode of the India Darshan travel series. So I'm already out and about and starting to explore the town of Gorakhpur, and this is Rajghat area, not the Rajghat in Delhi, still in Gorakhpur. Saw this Shivji statue while I was driving past. So I was crossing over that flyover yesterday, and that's the Rajghat area, Rapti River, Ghat area, so we can get close to the river banks. I'm gonna go spend some time over there and take a few selfies with these dome-like structures. They also look really cool before we start heading out. So yesterday, while I was having a coffee break at the Tal, the shop owner explained a few things that I could visit. I'm gonna go do that today, and then he was also kind enough to invite me over for lunch later during the day. So we'll try to visit his restaurant around late noon for a nice and hearty meal. But for now, let's get started. Let's enjoy the views of the Rapti River. This looks like the arrangement that I've seen for the river Aarti so far. It's a very small section, so I'm not really sure if it's still being built or doesn't happen anymore, or is this the scale. Anybody attended Rapti River Aarti, let me know how it works out here. I see a mound of sand over there, so it does seem like some work ongoing, but not sure. So there's hair, there's diyas. I also see some offerings over there, so not gonna go further beyond this point. So it does look like this is a holy river. People come to offer some stuff here, but yeah, not super clean in that sense, but anyways, better than the Tal yesterday. So I'm gonna sit by the staircase. I mean, I was hoping to sit by the river, but it's not that kind of a view anyway. We're gonna sit by the staircase for a little bit, and then I'm gonna start heading towards Tarkulla Devi Mandir. I heard it's one of the, not sure if there's another temple like that, but this is a sacrificial temple back from the time of the revolt. So it's a pretty short ride, 20-30 kilometers from here, but just wanted to check it out and how things work out there and what's the story behind this temple. So, but yeah, just gonna take in a little bit of sunshine before I hit the road. So been seeing a lot of these baskets since yesterday. Finally asked the shopkeepers. They say it's used in wedding. So you put saris and some fruits, I guess. And this is taken to the bride's house for a wedding. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Never seen that something like that before. I thought it was some sort of a festival, but I think it's wedding stuff. Okay, cool. And I also found there's something more interesting further up ahead from the temple. So first I'm going there. Chauri Chaura, I think is what's the name. It's a statue dedicated for the sacrifice of the revolutionaries, I guess, or some sort of revolutionary related stuff. So I'm gonna go there and learn more about it. And then on the way back, that's the temple, Tarkulla Devi. So I'm gonna do both at the same time. So finally made it to my next destination. So it's right behind me. This is the Chauri Chaura Memorial, and this is the Chauri Chaura railway station. So the last bit you have to cross over the railway tracks to get over here. This is the main entrance, and it is believed that this was basically revolt against high fuel prices and food prices in early February of 1922, led by an army soldier who burned down an entire police station, killing some 1 to 2 dozen police officers, mostly British policemen. So it's basically commemorating that incident. So the board sign explains a little bit more about the history of the movement and why it was kind of kicked off. It was a protest against not only the high inflation but also the sale of foreign cloth, liquor, some other stuff like that. And then while they were marching towards the police station, they were subjected to lathi charge, use of force by the police. They saw some of the fellow volunteers hurt, and then they got enraged, and then they retaliated. Eventually that happened. So that's pretty much it. There's like a small park, that tower in the middle, and that's about it. So I guess I'm gonna start heading towards the Tarkula Devi temple, and there are some shops around the temple. Maybe grab some chai or some biscuits or something, like a light breakfast. Alright, so in about 5 odd kilometers made it close to the temple's parking. So just parked up right here. It's a very big lawn. It's a 10 rupees parking for a two-wheeler. And if you're a vegetarian, it's a quick disclaimer, skip ahead a few minutes or so, because there's a lot of non-veg being sold out here, because as I said, it's a sacrificial temple, and goat meat is sold out here with bati. So I'm gonna check that out later, but for now let's go inside the temple. Right, done exploring the temple. Time to start heading back. Probably will go to Gita Press first before I go to that invited lunch. But this temple is very unique. One is a Hindu temple with sacrifices. The sacrifices started with one of the revolutionaries basically used to chop off the heads of the Britishers and then offer it to the goddess here. And once they figured this out, they started fearing him, but they ordered to hang him to death. They tried that 7 times. Every time the rope broke. On the 8th time, he came up to the goddess here and told her, let it go through. He tried again, but the tree broke this time. So, and then also this used to be a forest jungle back in the day. Used to be the hideout for the revolutionaries. So this temple has a lot of significance, but it's not very popular in the sense of connectivity to the tourist destination. So there's like, the gentry is quite different out here. So, and it's very crowded and chaotic. Anyways, I'm going to start heading back. There were some potters up ahead that were making these earthen pots. I'll try and see if I could stop by that spot again. Otherwise, we'll continue all the way to Gita Press. I tried to keep the vlog as vegetarian friendly as possible for now at least. So, yeah, this is a unique experience. Can't really help it. ये मिट्टी क्या चीज़ होती है भैया?
ये मिट्टी है।
वो नदी के नीचे जो मिलती है वो वाली है ये? अच्छा। So he's making a lot of these different shapes of utensils, and the typical auna mutton that I tried in Bihar and the ones that they're selling here is cooked in this one. So you pack it and you cook it over coal ambers or cow dung ambers, and it cooks very quickly, like in half an hour it's ready. And they say it's like a dying art form. Not very many people are picking this up these days. And first it's made like this, it kind of rests in the sunlight, and then they bake it so that it turns red like that, and then they paint it and make whatever designs if they want to. Back in the day we used to have earthen pots in our houses as well, so nobody drank cold water out of the fridge. It's not good for your health. But these days, yeah, it's getting harder and harder to find those. Then we move to steel pots and brass pots and whatnot. But this is the best, especially for dry heat kind of regions like Rajasthan. They're still used even today. Thinking of getting like a smaller one for our homestay at some point. Still haven't found a good potter close by, but this is like very fragile, so don't want to carry it all the way from here. Anyway, done with this area. Let's head back into Gorakhpur town and explore the Gita Press now. Finally inside the Gita Press. It's been running since 1923 AD. So they say you remove your shoes here, follow the both signs where it says Leela Chitra Mandir, go up the stairs all the way to the second floor. That's where they have the viewing gallery / exhibit for the outsiders. And across the street on the other side there is this bookstore where you can purchase the religious books if you're interested. That's their first printing press, first printing machine. It's very vintage. This is the kind of stuff that I came here to see. And then they have board signs for you to follow along, so we're going that way. And it's probably a collection of all the books that they've published over the years and some information about the press, but mostly see the religious scriptures here. Alright, finally it's time for lunch. It's almost 2:30 p.m. That's the restaurant where I got the invite from, Big Daddy Unlimited Pizza and Food. So I just spoke to the owner. They're gonna be here in about 10 odd minutes or so. So let's get seated and find ourselves a nice spot. And when the owner is here, we're gonna start ordering some food and fill our belly. Looks like they've set up a selfie point here as well. That's pretty neat, and it's nice and spacious. Has a lot of space around. I'm gonna find myself a random sofa to chill on. So they do have the buffet tray here, but they say it depends on occupancy. So if there's a customer demand, enough demand to have a buffet, then they set it up. Otherwise, it's mostly a la carte. We're gonna wait for the owner to arrive and give us some recommendations for what to order. All right, and in a food coma now, just got done with a very hearty meal. So the owner is here, Gaurav Bhaiya. Let's get to know him a little bit as well before I take his leave. So Gaurav Bhaiya, अपने बारे में थोड़ा बताएं, आपके होटल के बारे में थोड़ा बताएं.
जी, मैं बिग डैडी का ओनर हूँ। मैं चाहता हूँ कि हमारे शहरवासी जो हैं वो कम पैसे में अच्छी फूड का आनंद ले सकें। हमारी रेट जेन्युइन है, हमारा बुफे का रेट जेन्युइन है, प्लस हमारी जो पार्टी मेन्यू वो भी जेन्युइन है। तो आप आइए और हमारा फूड एंजॉय कीजिए।
बुफे का टाइमिंग ज़रूर बताइए।
बुफे की जो हमारी टाइमिंग है वो 2 स्लॉट चलता है, 1 से 4 और 7 से 10 चलता है। 90 मिनट की टाइमिंग होती है बुफे की। इस ड्यूरेशन में आप आते हैं तो आपको ये बुफे अवेलेबल रहता है।
और आने वाले समय में कुछ आप नया स्कीम वगैरह कुछ ला रहे हैं, कुछ जनता
स्कीमें चलती रहती है। जैसे न्यू ईयर में अलग स्कीम चलेगी, आपकी फेस्टिवल में अलग स्कीम चलती है
जी।
प्लस कॉलेज स्टूडेंट हो गए, उनके लिए एक अलग स्कीम हम लॉन्च करने वाले हैं। दिन में आला कार्ड मेनू पे 20% तक डिस्काउंट हम देंगे जी। तो ये सारी स्कीमें चलती रहेंगी। प्लस एक सेक्टर है हमारा जो स्टूडेंट का है, चाहे उनको पार्टी करनी है, बर्थडे करना है, तो उस पर हम जेन्युइन रेट पे आपको पार्टी और ये सारी बुक करके आपको हम देंगे।
बाकी आपका ताल वाला वो कॉफी शॉप तो थी, वो तो कल मैंने दिखाई
वो तो लेक व्यू गार्डन, हमारा ताल बाजार में एक और शॉप है वो चलती है
जी।
तो वहाँ पे भी आप छोटी मोटी पार्टी कर सकते हैं फास्ट फूड के साथ।
अच्छा, चलिए गौरव जी, बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलके। धन्यवाद, आपने इतना प्यार से हमको खाना खिलाया, बहुत स्वादिष्ट खाना था।
थैंक यू।
All right, time to head out from here, start heading back into town. Probably gonna go visit the big temple now before I miss out on that. It's almost 4 p.m. now. Gonna go spend the evening hours at the temple premises. So before visiting the Gorakhnath temple, Gaurav ji mentioned that I should stop by one more temple, which is called the Gita Vatika. And I'm here now. It's just 600 meters from the Big Daddy restaurant, and we just go upstairs and just do the darshan here as well. And because in the evening at the Gorakhnath temple they do the light and sound show, so I'm trying to be there just in time so I can do the darshan there with daylight, and then the sun would set, and then I could enjoy the light and sound show all in one go while I'm still there. So this is nice. It's a pretty big temple on the inside. Can't really vlog on the inside, but looks really beautiful. Alright, finally made it to the premises of the Gorakhnath temple. They have a really nice sheltered parking out here. So they do the security checks and everything at the beginning. I think that way is the temple. And then this is a massive premises with lots of shops around. So we're gonna have to walk around and try and see what's where. So took permission to bring the camera inside, and they say except for the main temple premise where the deities are kept and the CM residence, you can vlog anywhere in the open as long as you can turn it on and off. So this is the pond area. I think this is where they do the light and sound show later in the evening, and the temple is down the road. So we're gonna get to the temple first. Had a very peaceful darshan of the temple premises. So that's the main temple. There are a couple of other different temples as well. There's Baba Gorakhnath statue inside. The city is named after him. Gorakhpur gets his name after that. And there's also the chief minister's residence adjacent to it. That's why this is a very highly secured premises. Lots of cops and security. So it's a very peaceful environment, and you'll feel very safe while walking around. It's very neat and clean, and nobody's pushing you for donations and stuff, which is also very nice. So 10 on 10 recommended. Now I'm just going to hang out by the pond and wait for the laser light show. asked a senior cop about the timings of the light and sound show. He says the machine is broken, so this is not gonna happen today. I guess I'm pretty much done with it, so now I'm gonna go outside the premises and walk around a little bit over there. So I asked a few local shopkeepers, and there isn't much else to do except there is a cow shelter. So I'm at the very back side of the temple. Somewhere over there should be a cow shed. So I'm just gonna spend some time with the cows if they're still outside, unless they put them inside for the night. Let's see. And this premise is huge and confusing. I have to keep asking cops every 100 meters where I'm going. But this is the cow shelter. They put most of them on the inside, so there is no noise or anything ongoing, so it was a bit hard to find them. But one of the cops showed me there are like 2-3 people, maybe one cow outside. He says, yeah, if you go there, probably you'll get lucky and catch a cow. Let's see. But otherwise, it's a nice walk. Lots of lush green area as well. They have a dormitory set up as well, so I see some people just staying here, some visitor dormitories. So it's a massive campus. You can walk around on the inside. So we have maybe 3-4 cows on the outside. The others have all gone in and they are all on the quest for food. No free pets, only foods. So I'm gonna just let them free gaze and roam around. But yes, this is where most of the other cows are. ये कैसी भैया देसी गाय है, गिर गाय है, क्या है, कौन सी प्रजाति की है ये?
गौ माता है।
अच्छा, कोई वो वैसा वाला नहीं है कि गुजरात की गिर या कौन सी भी जो भी? अच्छा अच्छा, ये तो शायद गिर गाय लगती है। All of them, they want food. You try to pet them? No, that's a no. Only food. That's where the curious little ones are. Nice. You can feed them jaggery or something. I don't have anything to feed them. They say these are the pygmy cows, the small variety, small breed. They stay only this big. They are 2 years old already. Alright, then that was a really cool experience and fun day exploring Gorakhpur and nearby areas. Gonna end this vlog here in this cow shelter. Gonna spend some time with 1 or 2 furry friends that are outside and gonna walk around the campus a little bit. Until then, we're gonna see you in the next vlog. In the next vlog, I'll be on the move. Until then, this is the Rustic Wanderer signing off. See you again the next time.